On today's episode of Detour, we are talking about that early success you have, how you handle it, how you react to it, and the decisions you'll make. Whether you're at a company that's fast growing or you operate and own one, it's important to understand how to handle success. It could be your detriment if you handle it incorrectly. Thank you, everyone who's been listening to Detour. We appreciate all of your support. And congratulations to our last week's winner, Kirit Khanna. Thank you for tweeting out and supporting the Detour podcast. And look out from Pete. He's going to send you a DM to get you your package. Please keep sharing these. It's becoming therapeutic for a lot of people because I see a lot more sharing happening, and it's introducing all these conversations to a new audience of people that need to hear it. And in times like this, where there's a lot of unknown information and people that have gone through these tough times can actually be a incredible resource for you to kind of get over the hump that you may soon be facing. So, one of the gifts and curses of entrepreneurship is early success. So, you start your business and things start rolling really, really quickly. And usually, we aren't prepared to handle that early success. And you start making bad decisions. Some of those decisions are um, based on ego, some are based on vanity, and unfortunately, those usually end up in a bad place. So I'll give you an example. When in 2005, 2006, our business started really growing on the wholesale side of things, and we were like growing, we like doubled our business, and we were like, oh my God, we're going to the moon. What did we do? We started making these huge collections. We started ordering inventory extremely heavy, thinking we could sell through it because we had this lofty sales expectation. And, first half of the year, we started hitting these numbers. Second half of the year, sales start to plummet. What's interesting is this happened to me in 2006, 2007. I paid for it in 2008 during the recession, go through an enormous amount of pain, go launch subscription in 2012. 2014, the business takes off. 15 explodes. 16, I order inventory like we're going to go do $100 million of product. And we didn't hit the number. We fell short. And we sat on inventory like you wouldn't believe. And that was all ego. That was vanity. That was the idea that like I had to reach those sales goals and no one had put me to those numbers. I just made those decisions because I thought that's what we needed to do. I didn't think about what the business could actually handle, what we were capable of operating, fulfilling the best experience to our customers. Instead, I was so fixated on a sales target and didn't think of all the impact of the business that missing that sales target would have on us. And that really put us in a very difficult position because the organization was stretched because, shipping hundreds of thousands of packages every month is very difficult. And we had never done that before. We didn't even have the team to execute that. We didn't have the expertise in operations and manufacturing for quality control, cash flow management, all these things we just lacked because we were chasing a shiny number, shiny goal that did make a difference. No one asked us to grow 100% from 2014 to 2017. We just decided to do that. And ultimately, we had a lot of pain because of that. And I feel like early success drives us to do things that affect our lives so dramatically that could potentially put you out of business, could potentially destroy everything you've done, destroy your self-confidence. I mean, my confidence was shot right after that because I'd made such a massive mistake twice, the same exact mistake. And I couldn't believe that I didn't see it coming. And it's just you have blinders on and you don't listen to people and you just think you know everything because your business is growing, growing, growing. You start making dumb decisions. You spend recklessly. whether it's in your personal life or whether it's in your business life. It's all those things. Everything gets out of control so quickly just because you had a little bit of success. And that's why success is such a scary thing to have. Like, it's the greatest feeling when you win and you grow and you have success, but how quickly it unravels is even scarier. And I'm really bringing this topic up because we're in the midst of, some may call, a black swan event in our global economy with the coronavirus, and it is going to have a significant impact on each and every single business in the world. We don't know how it's going to impact the way consumers are going to react. Will they continue to keep spending? We don't know how it's going to impact apparel, brick and mortar, um, health and wellness. Do people go to gyms? Do people still eat out? Do people only want to cook at home because it's safe and clean? Like, really start thinking about how this is going to impact your business, because when we've all had this crazy economy for the last 10 years where it's grow, 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 grow. Everyone's making money. Think that, good times are coming, and it can abruptly end. And if you're not prepared, it will get ugly. And unfortunately, most of the entrepreneurs in today's market never experienced 2008, right? Like, if you're a 30-year-old entrepreneur, at age 20, you were probably in school or you were living at your parents' house, and you didn't have to experience 2009, 2008, 2010. That shit was painful. You've only experienced good times. And I want to preface that success you've had can unravel out of your control very, very quickly. And it may not be anything you are doing. So all the pain that my business felt, a lot of it was my own fault, with the exception of the recession. This I'm talking about are things that are outside of your control. So as you're having, if you had a good year this year, or you're having a good year, you have a good year last year, and you're able to really look at your business objectively, kind of look at the worst case scenarios and how you're going to plan for that, because things are about to change. Hey, if you're in the mask business, your business might explode, and you can maybe be a billionaire. But I don't know how many of us are in mask businesses, or selling hand sanitizers, or depending on what you do, there will be opportunities. Maybe it's time for you to pivot and capitalize on that. Maybe it's time for you to play things conservatively and not step on the gas as hard as you were going, because we don't know. You're better to be safe than sorry. I know that's an old saying, but I've really learned that lesson the hard way. And we are taking things very cautiously on how we are approaching our business, because we know the good times go away quickly and there's no rush. That's the biggest thing I've learned from having early success. In our shoe business, which, everything sells out at full price, there's never any excess inventory. Even with that business, we're taking a very cautious approach in how we're growing and scaling it, because there's no rush. No one has a gun to our head. We now know that we don't have to grow for the sake of growing. Keep that in mind. Take a look at your business. If you don't have your own business, take a look at where you work at. And do you see some changes that could be made to help protect the business that you are currently working at? Because I think it's important that we be proactive, not reactive. Good luck.